Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It's Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, and it is a new vlog week. I'm zooming the wrong way. Yeah, so today is Wednesday, September 25th. I did upload a video this morning. I seem to be doing okay at that right now, even if these are a scattered mess. But I don't remember how I ended it yesterday. And I know it was just yesterday, but I've slept since then. So here's what we're doing today. I've been working on a couple challenges in a couple of my groups on Lady of the Flag. I'll show you where she's at right now. Do so without making a mess. So I've been just trying to work down from where her arm is going to go and just kind of work this way. So I really wish the lighting was like, maybe I need to set y'all over there. Anyway, that's later's problem. So that's where I got to last night. I'm almost to 400 stitches because I got one dodgeball and I'm getting close to finishing another. I needed 200 stitches on it for homework this week because it's a hard to get project. I know I had a hard time thinking about that last night too. There's an extra credit for Horcrux. So after I finish the two, then I gotta do another 500 because you can't double dip those because she has a crown, which is like the diadem, I believe so. And then that might be it. Plus, of course, I'm working on dodgeballs. We just, teams just dissolved tonight. There's 5 of us currently. 4 on the green team, 1 from the purple, that are going to battle it out the next couple days. Because I have a feeling this last part's going to go pretty fast. I'm just excited to have made it to this round. I don't expect to win. We have some very strong stitchers. Natalia puts in, I don't know, she makes lots of balls every night. She's amazing. Mylene does a lot too. Sorry if I'm butchering your names. So yeah, I'm working on that right now. I haven't decided what I'm going to pull out next. So we'll definitely have a check-in once that happens. I got a package in the mail today. It is what I expected. At the end of the last video, I said that I was expecting, or that I was getting a package, and I had a pretty good idea who it was from. Anyway, so my friend over in Australia, her name is Lisa. She is also one of the moderators. She is the moderator on Virtual Stitchers with me. I'm the admin. She's the moderator. Me and Megan are admin. Stitching May, if you don't know. Anyway, she helps me host this, and she sent me a package all the way from Australia. And when you get a package from Australia, you need lollies. That's what they call them. They're candy. And their chocolate is amazing. So, as you can see, my kids have already busted into them. These are the Carmelo koalas. Nice chocolatey koala with the caramel center. I haven't even had one yet. Kids should some. This is one I've never tried before. It's called a Rice Crisps. Freddo Rice Crisp. I might have to break into that after dinner. It looks good. It almost looks like it has like Rice Krispie. Rice Krispies in the middle. Duh, right? Anyway. Tim Tams, they're the double coat. I don't know. It's amazing. You want to see how amazing? Yeah, that's how amazing it was. The kids devoured them. And then these are new. I've never had these. The chocolate fingers or Cadbury fingers, milk chocolate. That looks yummy. Okay, so then she sent me some little knickknacks. This one's already on my keys, and it's a little koala keychain. He's so cute. Oh my goodness. So cute. She sent me a couple needle minders. We got just a little like mandala type needle minder. And then a unicorn, of course. They're so cute. So, and then a couple things of floss. I think I already have plans for at least one of these skeins. So these are hand dyed by Jessica Burr. Her name, Six Strand Sweets. This one's Lizard's Treat. It's white with a slight pink to it. You can kind of see it mostly up in here. And then we got Latte, which is like a skin tone, almost exactly my skin tone, right? And Icing on the Cake. This is the one I'm probably already got plans for. So, those are me. Oh, and this DMC variegated yellow, because we talk about how I really like yellow a lot. Purple, yellow, red. She sent me a kit. It's a DMC kit of Australia. There's some kangaroos. It's a full kit. It comes with 18 count or 14 count Ada and a needle and thread. So there's that. They don't look at me like I'm crazy. The next one is some sort of kit, Design Works kit. It says home is wherever I am with you. This is the one, I'm going to kit this one up very soon, and I think I'm going to use this instead of white. So it's got a nice beautiful variegation in there. Or maybe like a dark fabric, not black, but I've got like some charcoal or who knows, something that'll match that floss. And then I got two more. She sent me this one. It's Christmas Quickies by Barbara Mock. It's just a bunch of little Christmas ornaments. See if we can getting close there. Because who doesn't need another few dozen Christmas ornaments? I stitched them all. I stitch everything. And then this is, looks like a lavender and lace maybe? Hold on. I don't know. It says Tea Garden by Marilyn Levitt Emblem. Yeah, it's lavender and lace. Tea Garden. So it's got these 3 different flowers on it. Really like this one. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So, thank you, Lisa. You're such a sweetheart. I have to get to sending a package back, but I'm just not quite sure what. I will do it though. I'm not that good at that whole gift giving thing. I want to do it. I have the best of intentions. And I will do it. I don't feel like I'm the best at doing that sort of thing. Anyway, alright. I need to get to stitching because I'm going to have to close up shop early today. We have the big wigs coming in, and I need to have all my stuff out of the shack, sweep down the shack, go to the other shack that I work when I'm badging people through, get it swept and cleaned and looking nice. We want to impress them because they're who decide whether or not we continue to work this site. So, I'm going to get to stitching, and I will check in with y'all later. Bye. Good morning, everybody. I did it again where I just kind of went with my night, and here I am to update you. I got to my 800 stitches on Lady of the Flag, and this is where she's at. Got a whole lot done in here this time, and some more arm. I did some 1/1 stitching. It's a bear. So I'm about to take that off the Q snaps. I've been working on my mini Phantom of the Masquerade. Heaven and Earth Design. I'm going to zoom in here because I can't really move it closer thanks to the light. We're working down here on page 3. I need 500 for an extra credit that has to do with ebony, ivory, and gold. So the cat is black and white, which is ebony and ivory, and then you've got like the gold filigree. So that's where that is. And other than that, I've been, you know, doing a little bit of work, watching some TV shows. All the new seasons of everything is starting, so I'm alternating between ER, which I'm trying to finish, I'm on the last season, and those new shows that are coming out. Just to name a few, in case you're interested in finding something new, or you want to comment because we're watching the same show. I watched The Good Doctor, This Is Us, The Resident, 911, and New Amsterdam. Oh, and Empire. Yeah. So, that's where I am tonight. I'm fixing to pack everything up because Big Wig should be showing up within the hour. And I want to make a good impression. So, I will check back in with y'all this evening. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It is the evening of September 26th. Just getting, like, calmed down enough. There was a lot that went on today. Excuse me. So, I did speak to y'all this morning. I'll let you know I was working on Mini Phantom of the Masquerade. So, we knocked out the last purple today. So it was just the six of us green left, and we all voted to not fight each other. So we have 6 winners for Dodgeball, one of which I am. So that was very exciting. I found it really hard to decide who I was going to go after from my own team, and there was a couple people on my team that really intimidated me. Like, I probably would have, like, purposely lost before I attacked them. I don't know. So it was kind of cool that we were all just like, green won. That's what we wanted, and left it at that. Because, I mean, for me personally, I was just in it to play. I wasn't really in it to earn entries or anything like that. By the way, somebody asked me this the other day. Dodgeball is in the Semi-Sane Stitchers group. It's a yearly event, so now that it's done, we won't have it for another year. I will post links down below to all the groups that I talk about on the regular. So there's that. Also, what was the other question? I'm not sure. I will look that up, and I will try and answer it here. Okay. Oh, I think it was, how do I stitch so much? Excuse me. I have a lot of time. I'm fortunate that my job allows me to stitch at work. And I work, well, I used to work 12-hour shifts. Now I'm working 14-hour shifts. But the first and the last hour to 2 hours doesn't really count because I am too busy. Can't stitch then. I only stitch in the middle where there's literally no one here. I go on patrols, but for the most part I sit here and stitch and watch Hulu or sit on virtual stitchers. This location's really hard for sitting on virtual stitchers because I don't have really good service. So make sure. Oh, also, she was asking about where to find the Daily 30 group. So I've debated on whether or not to mention that one on my channel because it's not an open group. It's closed right now. They were only allowing 200 members, and we're at 200. So until we lose some people, and then it's by invite only. I believe Cheryl's keeping like a wait list, maybe. I don't know. So, if it's something you want me to look into for you, like you're interested in possibly joining, send me a message or follow, and I'll link her below, Cheryl McKinney at Tranquil Stitches here on FlossTube. It's her group. Like I said, she was just, because she's trying to run it herself, she was only letting so many people in, and so kind of have to wait for there to be a spot available. But it's called the Cross Stitchers Journal on Daily 30, and because it's a closed group, even if you search for it on Facebook, you will not find it. So I will link that information below if you want to message me privately on Facebook or Instagram, or go ahead and follow Cheryl's videos and message her directly. That's up to y'all. So the Dodgeball group is Semi-Sane Stitchers. So those were the questions I got asked. Okay, so here's where I got to last night. Not much more after I talked to y'all. I'm trying to get 500 stitches in for one of my extra credits. I'm almost to 200. So there's that one. I love this one. This is page 9, I believe, or 10. No, 4, 8. Yeah, 9. But it's the 3rd page I'm actually working on. The first 2 are completed up here. 2? Yeah. So I hit my yearly goal on this, but it's a Hayden, and it'll take forever, so I might as well work on it some more. Some of my other things, once I hit the goal, I kind of put them separate from everything else so that I don't keep pulling out that when there's other things I need to get a goal on. I realized today that I misinformed y'all on my last video. I didn't read my homework well enough. This is really important when you join the groups. Read all the instructions and read them carefully, because for the chaser position where we're supposed to stitch on something with a woman or girl or whatever on it, it can't be, you had to stitch on the girl, not on the project with the girl, but on the girl herself, whether it be her clothes, her hair, her face, whatever. So Blessed is the Life would not work for that. So I went in and deleted that post, and I'm going to work on Foxglove after I get those 500 stitches in to round out homework. So she is getting very close to being done. I'm down in the skirts over here, and then it will be beading. I figure I'll save the beading for my Finish That Stitch December. I have a few of my projects that are kind of close to finish set off to the side because I'm going to mad finish all December. So I'm going to get to stitching on this, and I will check back in with y'all later tonight. Bye. Morning. It is the morning of September 27th. Happy birthday to my wonderful husband. I love you so much. I doubt he'll watch this, but that is what today is, September 27th. So I only ever worked on Mini Phantom of the Masquerade, but I did get my 500 stitches in, finished the row, went a little into this next block instead of coming back up to the top because it's all one color, just stitched up a little bit faster that way. One of these days I'm going to sit where the lighting works better for us. Anyway, so I hadn't gotten started on Foxglove yet. Probably not going to happen this morning. It's already after 4 o'clock. I need to pack up. We got bigwigs on site today. Got to make a good impression. I don't know how yesterday went. Is this focused? Anyway, I don't know how yesterday went, but after today they'll kind of give us a better idea, I guess, of what we need to be doing. So that was it for today. I also am kitting up something for my sister-in-law to start tonight because we used to stitch together all the time, and then she kind of got away from it. Now she works out here, so she's like, I've got time, I need something to stitch, so I am working on getting that for her. That's it. I don't have a lot going on when I work on one project and don't have Dodgeball. Or, I mean, everything's for homework and challenges, but, oh yeah. I'm ready for a day off. All right, power through. We got one more night and then I have a night off. And hopefully we'll have something more entertaining to talk about at that point. We'll talk to y'all soon. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. I don't know if I recorded last night at all. No, last night I didn't because I was off. I was at home. Lots of cleaning, very little stitching. There was some. Show you in a minute. Earlier tonight, when I got to work, I should have popped on here, but I didn't. So here we are now playing a little round of catch up. It is the morning of September 30th. We are almost into the October. And you know, that brings on a whole slew of new events and extra credits and just a whole lot going on next month. So right now we've got to kind of wrap up this month though. And so while I was home last night, I was super tired because I had had a very full week. I feel so short. Like, could this chair just be a little higher? So I had brought my backpack in. It had one project in it. The project I had been saving for dodges on Dodgeball, and then whatever, didn't get around to it. So, or didn't get around to finishing it. It was the only thing in my backpack. Didn't want to go out to the car to get the other projects. So I decided I would start working on it last night. All I had left, I'm going to go ahead and show you. So here's where we're at. That is 2 pages done. All I had left was this motif here to finish out this page. So I decided, I'm like, it's already in my backpack. Don't have to go pull anything out. I'm just going to work on this. I did need it for 100 red stitches, but that is, of course, way more than 100. And then I didn't have any other challenges or anything to do, but I wanted to get that finished up. So that's my 2 pages. That's my yearly goal completed on House Targaryen. You will not see it again until 2020. Or very likely. It kind of stresses me out a little bit, thinking of not touching it at all for the rest of the year with so much left on it, but it does leave me open to hit the goals on some of my other projects. So we'll see how that works. So far, like Dashaway I haven't worked on since I hit the goal. Spangled I've worked on a little bit since I hit the goal, but since then I haven't been trying to avoid it. Lastly, there was Mini Phantom of the Masquerade, but I have pulled it back out because it's one of my hates and I need to be working on it. One moment, I have somebody pulling up. Okay. And so that leads me to what I was working on tonight, and that is Mini Phantom of the Masquerade. For one of my daily 30 challenges where they need a butterfly. And Mini Phantom of the Masquerade is a cat masquerading as a butterfly. So I put in 300 stitches tonight for that. So worked in there, and that's where I'm at, working on the 3rd page. The weather is also kind of so I'm going to get those 2 things put up. I don't know what I'm pulling out next. Oh, homework. I will next be pulling out Oh Them All. So you will see that tonight when I do my clip. I am going to work on it a little bit. No, I'm not. I'm not going to get to work on it this morning because I don't have enough time. But I'll pull it out, get it on the Q-snaps, get it ready to work on tonight, and I will show you all that when I get back. I do have something at the post office to pick up today, so we will have a little bit of haul. I think that's it for tonight. I'm getting back into a routine. I'm starting to feel better about where I'm at with my job and work, cross-stitching and stuff. So I'm going to let y'all go, and I will check in with you tonight. Good evening, morning, everybody. So it is the morning of Wednesday, the 1st of October. I did not get to check in with y'all yesterday. Would you like to know why? So, let's back up a little bit. Day before yesterday. My husband didn't have to work. It was Saturday, right? Did I say today's Wednesday? Wait. No, Friday off, you got Saturday. What day is it today? Today's the 2nd. Oh, but, okay. Sorry. Brain recap. Okay. Saturday, let me back up, way back up. Saturday, again, my brain is just not wanting to put this all together. Saturday, my husband was off. No. Saturday, I was off. Sunday night, my husband was off. I brought the car because our truck had a low tire and I didn't want to take the time to fill the air up. So I'm like, since he's off, I will just take the car. So I moved all my stuff over to the car. Came to work, talked to y'all, stitched on whatever it was. I don't even remember now. And then I went home at the end of the night. And I even told myself, put your backpack, because my backpack is where I keep my laptop, my iPad with my patterns. It's where I keep a lot of my little stitching bags with, scissors and floss and whatever. I said, put the backpack in the truck as soon as you get home. Everything else, because I have a big thing that has all my patterns in the trunk, I could move that over when I woke up, because if I forgot it, I would still have something to stitch on because it was in my backpack. I got home and I didn't do that. And I got up that afternoon and we went to the grocery store. And when we got home from the grocery store, he helped me move everything from the trunk to the truck. From the trunk of the car to the truck. And I ran off and left my backpack because it was in the back seat, not in the trunk, because I had planned to take it in the house. So I get to work and I realize I have nothing. I mean, not nothing, because we did remember to move all my whips. So I have whips, but I don't have, in my brain, my first thoughts were, I don't have a Q-snap, so I'm going to have to stitch in hand. I don't have needles because I keep those in a bag in my backpack. I don't have my patterns because my iPad. So once I calmed down and I was talking to some virtual stitchers and going, I'm going to die tonight. They said, well, you don't have any other projects. And I was like, I have other projects, but I don't have all the stuff I need to stitch on them. So when I went and looked, I had already pre-put some of my projects on Q-snaps and they were in the truck. So I was like, okay, I've got projects on Q-snaps. Now I just have to find a needle. So I dug through and, out of habit, I've been known to stick my needle on a needle minder or in the side of the fabric and then put the project up without thinking about it. So I found a couple needles. What's even funnier about this is I forgot the backpack, but I remembered my Lowry stand to bring it because with this tabletop being so high, it was getting hard to stitch. So I brought my Lowry stand and to stitch on, but I didn't have any stitching, or I thought I did. Anyway, moving on. I was able to, and then, of course, I don't have my iPad. Well, I save all my patterns to the Google Drive. So as long as I have internet, I can get to my patterns. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to download them to my phone. But if I've got the pattern app open on my phone, I can't watch anything. I can't listen to anything. I'm sure I could listen to something, but. So, what I did have in my truck, because it had never left my truck, was my printer. My printer get a hotspot to my phone and I could send it the patterns from my Google Drive and print them out. So I was using paper pattern yesterday to stitch. And all of this took time and thought, but I managed to get 2 things of homework done. But guess what else was in the backpack? That's right, my camera. So that's why I didn't record last night. So we're going to play a quick catch up tonight. Took me 5 minutes to tell you about all that. Okay. So for 2 of the homeworks, and they also fit daily 30 challenges. Let me just pull out my notebook so that I can aptly tell you. Because I don't think I've gone in and updated them yet. Because I don't have great service out here. The only way to have service is to leave it in the window, and that makes it very hard to surf Facebook. Okay. So the first one I worked on yesterday was Here Lie My Needles by Shakespeare's Peddler. So, where am I at? Oh. I've got most of the border done. I was down to about here-ish, and I did all of this, and it's like 3 rows of border. So let me get you a background so that you can see this a wee bit better. So I got that much done. There's a lot of border to this thing, but it's getting there. So that one worked for the bonus homework in School of Magical Stitches, and which was a loner project, a project that stands alone, does not part of a series or collection or stitch along, anything like that. So that was that. It also will fit a monthly for daily 30, which is only 200. Whew. I started to think, oh man, I didn't do enough stitches to fit both, but I did. But it's number 6, and I don't know what number 6 is. So, I don't. Let me see if I can get it to pull up before I lose service. Because I don't even think I've created my starting post. I almost got there. Okay. So I'm going to move on while that loads. Remember, it was Here Lies My Needles. In case I forget, remind me. The other one I worked on for School of Magical Stitches homework for something to do with bathroom. So buildings have bathrooms, and this thing has lots of buildings. Also, bathrooms contain water, and there's rain on this thing, which is also water. And is also how it correlates to my daily 30s, because we needed something with rain or fire or rain. And this had rain. So I haven't actually stitched the rain yet. It'll be falling right under that cloud there. But this is my pretty little London, and it's getting pretty close to finished. I mean, I still have quite a bit over here, but I still think a finish by the end of the year is achievable on this, and which is good since it's one of my year of whips. That was the goal for the year, was to finish it. This was my new year, new start. How amazing is this fabric though, y'all? Every time I pull it out, I can't get enough of it. That light is too much. But you can see all the purples and the greens and the blues. This is Avalon. It's a 32 count Dodgeball by Under the Sea Fabrics. I'm sure on a linen those differences are more vibrant. I love how it's basically like watercolor. I think it's amazing, and I want to order all of it. Okay, and just because we're here, that's where I'm at on Pretty Little Paris. I haven't worked on it recently, but in case you want to know, it's right there. Oh, now it's not going to give me my service because I want service. Finicky phones. I'm also on top of a mountain, and you'd think being on top of the mountain we get better service than the bottom of the mountain, but no. Okay, so that fit for homework and a monthly sal. Oh, I may be pulling it out again here shortly, because I also had an Oktoberfest prompt for it. Can't tell you what it was. That might have been the rain thing. The monthly may be something else entirely. Because see, I just write down what I'm going to do for the projects. I don't write down why. There's a homework video on Virtual Stitchers where we go over all the homeworks and for all the different groups that we're in. And we like talk through our process of how we pick them, and we most of the time we end up picking them on the video, so you would already know. But sometimes like a prompt will have multiple options, and it's like we'll see what I feel like when I get there. So I also need to go back and link some of the groups that we discuss. So there's that. So that was last night. I got 600 stitches in. I was just about to flip to the third one when it was really just not enough time to do so. So then tonight I got a third homework prompt done, and I'm about to start on the fourth, I think. Yeah. So this is See-Through. It's See-Through. Owe Them All by Erica Michaels. And I just put 300 stitches in it, just adding to this line. So I love the fabric I chose for this one. I love everything about this. Love it. Really need to pull it out more. But with it being a new one for this year, I try not to give them more priority than the stuff that I've been doing for years. So there's that. I did get something in the mail, but I don't have it with me, so that will be next week's video. I'm also expecting some stuff in the mail. That'll be next week's video. Just to give you a little heads up, something you can look forward to. We have begun, all the tributes have been chosen from each of the districts for the Stitcher Games. Now, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, if you've seen Hunger Games, it's kind of the same thing. So every 3 weeks all year, we have been competing to be, which is funny because you don't want to be a tribute. You're fighting to your death. But of course in stitching, it's completely opposite. Anyway, we've been competing to be the tribute, to go to the battle of the Stitcher Games. Just a few days ago, the winners for District 13 were announced. And as of today, we have started our train ride that they take, and they're, you know, training, and they're showing off, and they're trying to get sponsors. So I'm trying to get sponsors. If you're in the School of Magical, or not, sorry, if you are in Semi-Sane Stitchers, you do not have to have tried this event before. If you're just in that group, you can sponsor me or 25 other people, your choice. You can sponsor more than one person. You know, depending on your taste. So basically what's going to happen is November 1st, we are going to go into the battle arena. They're going to have us do, they said it's going to be similar to Dodgeball, but different. And y'all can help us. So like if we got hurt and need healing, if we need a weapon to attack one of the other stitchers with, whatever, you can help provide those for us with your stitching. And so you can sponsor like a few different people, and then as people get knocked off, you sponsor one person more. You can throw all of it towards one person. You can pick later, like as the games are going, you could be like, oh, I have these 50 stitches that they're not going into anything else. Let's buy somebody a weapon. I don't know the numbers. They're going to put all that up like the week before, so the last week of October. I'm really excited. It just sounds like so much fun. Does this not sound like so much fun? So that's coming up. I represent District 2. I have lots of friends. I understand there are alliances beginning between people out there. I'm not sure I want to discuss if I am in any alliances or where I would go with that. Simply because I don't know if one of the other competitors watches my videos. So stay tuned. We'll see how it goes. There's also a mystery Halloween event. I don't know if you can still get in it, but if so, Semi-Sane Stitchers, it's an interesting event. We don't know what's going on. They don't tell us anything until we need to know. So they're good like that. They're good at keeping secrets over in Semi-Sane, and all their events are well thought out and interesting and different from anything else you're ever going to find. So that's down below. If you're in the School of Magical Stitches and Literature, or not, because maybe you're not a Harry Potter fan, are you a Disney fan? Because next year we're doing Disney, and she has already opened up the form to be sorted just so she can get an idea of you know, how many people are going to be interested to go next year. I mean, it's a legit form. You'll legit get sorted. You won't get sorted till, I don't think she's going to announce it till January 1st, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I just know that the paper is there. If you've never been to Disney World, you don't know what any of these things are, just pick stuff. So one of the questions is, which hotel would you like? I picked because one of them says spa. And I went, oh, I'd like to go to a spa. So I picked that one. A lot of people are picking Animal Kingdom because who doesn't love animals? So it asks which is your favorite park, what's your favorite ride, what's your favorite hotel. So who knows? Who knows what Vicky is doing in that little brain of hers. But I am excited, and I hope everyone joins. And there's way more to it. There's way more exciting stuff that I don't feel like I can discuss, even though I know about it. So you should probably follow Vicky at Reading and Stitching, because she'll tell you about it on her channel, or join the School of Magical Stitches and see the live feeds that she has there. Just because you join doesn't mean you have to participate. You can just look around and see what other people are doing, right? Just one more thing to clog up your feed with fancy stitching, because who has enough at this point? Certainly not me. Okay, I think that's all that I've got going on in my brain right now. I'm going to leave y'all here because it is Wednesday, and that's what I do on Wednesday. I hope y'all have a great stitching week. Thank you so much for all of you that come back and join me every week and like, comment, subscribe, down finger, up finger, all the goody stuff. And I know this week was a little scattered and probably super short, but I'm doing my best. We're getting there. We're getting there. If I hadn't left my camera, it'd be better. Oh well. Anyways, I will see y'all next week. I hope y'all have a great stitching week.